world's oldest profession is a slave. You get paid for your work, but we'll take what you make. Could be paid for your sex, but it's taken like rape with no product to sell at the end of the day. Not to mention the pain, not a cent to your name. Get maimed, killed or chained when you meant to escape. Then you're simply replaced, cause the runaway train carries slaves underground, promising they'll be safe. From Brazil, India, Southeast Asia, the same. Africa, Middle East, where the slaves are still raised with the promise of jobs and advances are paid to a family. Then a daughter sold into a sex trade. Now the oldest profession's definition just changed. Fam is thinking she's fine, she just wishing she stayed. But in abject poverty, too many mouths you gotta feed. Your daughter's free from your life, not as safe as you thought she'd be. If you're not able to put food up on the table and you don't know any better, then you might believe their fables. When you expect honest but get debt bondage and work just to work and don't make a cent on it, they're gonna use you while they need you till you get the upheaval and left there for dead when they decide they don't need you. If you can't pick the cotton, mind the coal, dig the hole, clean the house so fuck enough, well then I pray for your soul. I hope you find your maker, and in time you make up and survive, cause the bonds that bind us can break up. The bonds that can bind us will break up. You're liking how you're looking, trendy clothes that were made in a sweatshop by 8 to 10 year olds. You'd think that you would save when spending dough, but the money doesn't flow past higher ups and CEOs. We need help from lots of G's working with the NGOs. The answer's not straightforward, it's a tricky bending road. Can't purchase just to release, hope to mend and save a soul. That makes demand and they'll supply, the trend extends and then it grows. It overarches international labor in global markets where controls are far from harsh and villages are sold as targets. Guess we've shown who's smartest, at least cold and wholly heartless as the frozen Arctic for people growing just knowing hardship. I've seen those that starving, seen food thrown into garbage from golden arches. I've seen food stolen from the harvest of a lonely-hearted farmer, only told. This how it started. Once the story's told, we'll know the king's been shown the martyrs. As long as change comes from pain brung and chain swung, it's the same sum paid since day one in slave blood, and repairs made are scarce, when their fate is prepared late. I urge you to learn about fair trade. What's fair trade? Google it. Part of what the solution is, find out who's producing with slave labor, stop using it. What's fair trade? Google it. Part of what the solution is, find out who's producing with slave labor, stop using it. I hope you find your maker, and in time you make up and survive, cause the bonds that bind us can break up. The bonds that can bind us will break up.